Hello my friends, welcome to Untitled Electronic channel. This is Uncle Misha and today we are trying to repair this MD Walkman MZ-NE410 PM MDLP NetMD player. As you saw in one of my previous video, I got three of these guys as a job lot. They are in pretty bad condition, so I would like to fix them because I do think they deserve a second chance. If I cannot fix them, they'll be used as spare parts for something else. So this guy, I think this is the only guy who actually shown some kind of signs of life and was operational. Yeah, you see, it's doing something. It's making these weird noises, but it's still doing no disc. So yes, so this guy is okay, but the other guys didn't have any signs of corrosion. This guy has, so we have to be careful. So let's just get it open and see what's really going on inside. Obviously, it's super dirty and has to be completely taken apart to be cleaned. Like I'm talking about even keyboard here and stuff like that. Yeah. Maybe I would be able to make like one MD player out of like three of them, as I mentioned. Because I have MZ-NE410D, blue one, if you remember in this video, which was kind of operational, but laser was not working. I assume it's a laser issue. So it didn't read the disk, essentially. It didn't say an error per se, but just didn't really read anything. So I'm not 100% sure what's there, what is the issue, but okay, so let's just get this open. I hope it's gonna be okay. This is wow. Oh, okay, here we are. Alright, oh wow, it has way more capacitors than some other ones I saw. Okay, completely kind of, I don't say different, but it is different arrangement here. Okay, I don't see much of a corrosion getting into the actually internals of the player, which is good. So that has to be all cleaned up. So some kind of thingy is falling apart. Where is this? That's the button here. It's open button, which is, I don't know where it was. Yeah, somewhere around here. Yeah, here probably. Oh yeah, here, right. If you press it, yeah, it's quite dirty inside, so this everything has to be taken apart and actually nicely cleaned up and washed. So it's whatever crap is here. If you look at these kind of arrangements of these players, they roughly designed to look the same, but the layout is pretty much the same. I'm pretty sure you can just take this board and plop another player's board, even with slightly different versions, still gonna be working. Essentially gonna replant the not 100% sure, because the maybe optics, maybe the laser and stuff like that is tuned differently for different players. That's probably could be a case, by the way. I'm thinking that I can just, you know, mix and match them. But oh, is this from here? Oh wow, this is probably, oh, it's broken. Yikes, it's broken. Okay, we will figure out something. Yeah, that's not cool. I don't know who broke it, me or it was broken before, but here we are. This is the release button. Wow, it's so super dirty here. But at least it is working. Yikes. Well, I mean, I have to continue, just take it apart and clean up everything, clean up the board, clean up the mechanism, clean up the probably optics, clean up everything and lubricate everything. Maybe then remove the front panel completely and clean up everything, because I see a lot of dust right under this screen as well. So it's all super dirty and super dusty. but at least it's kicking. Alright, so I see some sign of corrosion in this area, but that's not too bad, like there is nothing critical here. A little bit of dirt in this area and corrosion on this battery terminals, but that's pretty much it. So let's just dig in a little bit further. I would have to unsolder this thing in order to pull this out. The whole board actually has to be removed. To be cleaned for sure. Oh, this is okay. No, never mind. Okay, let's disconnect this guy. Then I have to disconnect this guy, the driver. Okay. Just want to take a look what's on other side. Oops, of course. No, it's just dirty. I see no like signs of any kind of corrosion, but again, that's far. In order to actually see properly, I need to like take apart, desolder this guy. Let's do it. I'm gonna use low temperature solder here. I'm gonna mix off with the normal temperature solder. Alright. And I'm gonna use desoldering wick. Need more. Okay, that's better. Let's do it one more time. Okay, detached. You just have to be quick to make sure you're not gonna damage this guy. It's a ribbon cable. Doesn't cooperate. Yep, this time you see the higher temperature you apply, the better it's unglued, because right here there's a little glue pad. Okay, and it's just glued straight to the board, which is smart, but oh wow, oh my god, there is some kind of hairs. Whoa, the yeah, this player is really used big times. It actually moves freely, it's very good. More hair, whoa. How about wibbly wobbly? Actually quite wobbly as well. Okay. But it moves very nice. Very free. Okay. Oh my god, this is a lot of kind of junk here. Wow. Okay, so I have to remove a lot of this max. So for example, I would like to remove completely this thing and clean it up. So I have to unscrew here. Oops. It's very crusty. It's quite a bit crusty. Of course, you have to just let it free. Okay, all this has to be cleaned and washed as well. Maybe even disassemble this part. Oh well, this is super dirty, has to be cleaned. Oh yeah, optical pickup is actually super dirty as well. Well, it's not too dirty, it has a lot of hair around it, so yeah, has to be addressed. But now I would like to address... I don't even know if I can disconnect it, can I? I wonder. I think this battery contraption is not separatable. I'd like to remove this thing, but I don't see. Oh my god, so much dirt. It's one unit or what? Okay, let me... There is a screw here. Let me unscrew it. Okay, it's nice and big screw. I don't know what it's for. Okay, there is a chance. Another screw here. Oh, oops. Shit. It is the spring. Damn. Okay, now I have to look into other tape max to see how the spring was positioned. Jesus. Is this like one unit? It has another screw. Oh, mamma mia. It's like screw after screw. Need to remember where screw went, and this is kind of same kind of screws. This spring. Okay, wow, it's pretty dirty. Look at this. It's horrible. Yeah, clearly with some kind of battery leak or something. Is this all like falling apart now? Okay. Okay. You can just, you know, clean this up separately, and this as well. Wow. There'll be lots of cleaning, guys. There'll be lots of cleaning. But the main thing, clean the board, because the board is not working. There is not much we can do here. It's horribly dirty. And there is some corrosion here, yeah. Curious, is this corrosion right there? Not good. So yeah, there is a little corrosion right behind this switch. I hope this capacitor is not actually leaking, otherwise that would be setback. I hate dealing with SMD capacitors. It's really hard to tell, so I have to measure it. Looking around different capacitors, just dirty. Alright, so this has to be everything has to be cleaned, even this. Yeah, somehow, because if I rip this shield off, see this? Oh my god, it's horrible. I feel like I have to actually rip it off. Alright, so, oh no, it's not everything yet. We have taken apart. Let's take apart this stuff. 4 teeny tiny self-toppers. Oh well, this is not as bad. So this display unit is actually not as bad. It's just lots of dust here, but it's not that bad. I thought it's gonna be horrible. Okay. Here I see already some kind of hair. So some genetic material. Not sure good or bad. Okay, so our mini disc player is completely taken to pieces. So everything here, look at this. Oh my god, excuse me. Everything here has to be cleaned. That's kind of gonna be a lot of work. So let me kind of grasp the level of work. Some of these things will be super easy. Just like, for example, this one, I can't even unscrew that actually. Where's my screwdriver? This latch here, I'm just gonna take it to under the sink and that's it. Use some soap, it'll be nice and clean, like in 5 minutes. And removing some metal parts, who knows, it's gonna be rusty if I put them under the sink. Hello? This one doesn't want to cooperate really. Huh. Yeah, it's a piece of metal actually. So all this stuff, it's like super easy to clean, and this. Yeah, so that's, you just go straight under the sink. The rest of it, this is easy too, obviously. It's just like spray with some alcohol and clean. Board actually gonna be easy to clean as well, especially backside is relatively clean. Yeah. At the front side I have to pay attention because I think it has issues with corrosion. Yeah, this will be relatively easy to clean because not much going on here, just to clean and so this mechanical parts, it also would have to be lubricated. I'm gonna also figure out where this teeny tiny spring goes. Yeah, main and important thing, not to lose anything. Okay, I'll think about cleaning, how to proceed. Should I proceed it on camera or off camera? Especially this optical mechanism is very, very sensitive to static electricity, hence I'm using this collar, or yeah. Right, so it's gonna be a little pause, I need to think, and I will continue when I'll be cleaning. Alright guys, so after cleaning for a while, I think now it's time to put everything together. So all plastic parts like these, and they were just cleaned in under the sink. Just soap, brush, and old toothbrush and water. So that's very easy. And that copper, whatever was here, I ripped it off because it collected so much gunk and crud and hair, so it was super disgusting. So yeah, oh, I think I forgot to clean this little part. I'm gonna just clean up this alcohol. So next one is probably the most complicated part, is to put this tape, the optical mechanism together. And yeah, I don't 100% remember how it's supposed to go back together, but something to this extent. We will do some experimenting here. So definitely this is supposed to be attached right here. Okay, no, do not remember. I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, this is like this. Yep. Okay, just double checking. There's a whole bunch of tiny springs which has to go into the right place in the right moment. This is like assembling the subframe of the chassis. Alright, so this is open-close mechanism. It's supposed to go right in here. Yep, it moves like this. But we have to attach a little teeny tiny spring right here, and that's the most dangerous part, because this thing can fly like no tomorrow. Thing out. Yep. Yeah, okay, so it moves like this. Good. So some parts, so here for example, they have to be a little bit lubricated. I think it's a good idea because it's going to be moving against plastic. So I will add a little bit here and those slots, and a little bit along this way. It's not rubbing anymore, right? That's my point. I'm gonna wipe the excess when I finish. Not to, otherwise it's gonna start collecting kind of crap. But that's okay. So this is good. I'm gonna keep this to the side. Now I have to mate those two somehow. That's gonna be interesting because I do not remember how it's like this. Oh yeah, there is something to lubricate here. This little gear and this thing, they are raising and lifting the record head. Yeah, this is important. Okay. I honestly do not remember how that's supposed to go back on. Wow. Okay, maybe from this side somehow. It's complicated. Oh my god, I forgot. Looks like it. Yeah, looks like it goes this way, I think. I'm not 100% remember which way this goes. Oh wow, maybe this way for now. It's a complicated thing. How do you all supposed to connect? Nope, something is wrong. Okay. I probably should have looked the video how did I took it apart, because now I'm not understanding what's happening. Okay. This is gonna be screwed. Just use this kind of big screw. Okay, it's secured. That's it? There was no screws here for sure, I think. It was spring. This spring was here, and I do not understand where exactly it was going. There was nothing here. I do not understand. So this little tiny spring, I think it was somewhere here in this area, like here. I just do not understand where and why. Okay, I think I have to check with other players or service manual to understand where this little spring came from. Otherwise, I don't wanna, end up taking apart this thing one more time. I'll be back. Alright guys, I still cannot wrap my mind where this little spring came from, because I took the old, definitely inoperational the optical pickup, and in same spot right in here. There is no freaking spring. I don't know where this teeny tiny spring came from. But when I think when I unscrew that screw was actually on sitting on the screw. So I'm puzzled. So if you have any idea where in optical pickup this little tiny spring, okay, here it is, I don't know if you see it coming from, where it's from, I would be really appreciated if you tell me, because I looked around and I see no such spring in this tape Mac. Oh, sorry, optical mechanism. Not really sure. Unless it's from somewhere here. Yeah, it's crazy. No, I have no idea where it's from. Anyways, so let's put this back and continue our journey to success. And this little spring gonna be sitting in a little baggie for now, in a box of other parts. So yeah, so now I'm gonna assemble this back on here. For this, also good to have another optical pickup. You can see what did you do good, you know, how you properly install or not installed stuff. So looks like I did install stuff properly. So now first you have to hook up the optical pickup. And fiddling with this, don't forget to put your electrostatic stuff, okay? You know, I'm so eager, I guess, to finish this stuff that I start forgetting that. It's bad. Because it can be one-way street. Or one-way road. Or road of no return, that there, rather. It's probably most appropriate. A road of no return. Because while I'm fiddling with all this, I'm not shorting the little pad on the optical pickup laser, essentially to protect the laser, because that's a little bit too much fiddling. Probably many people do, so that's very important to do so. But if it's really hard to do, it's gonna be obviously omitted. So now let me install few little screws, and then I'll try to install the top, and we can try to test it, because I don't want to assemble everything just to figure out that it's not working. So now I try to assemble the top lid back on, as everything seems to be fine except this one is get pushed out. So I have to consult the other tape Mac again, the optical pickup again, just to understand what I am doing wrong here. This one is not lifting that easily up, so I'm not sure what's going on. Did I install it improperly? It certainly feels like, yeah. Let me try again. I think I know what's going on here. Oh wow, it's more complicated than I thought. It's not straightforward. Yeah, it's not installed properly. Okay, let me remove the spring again and try to install it with holding the spring. Okay, so there are slots right here, and this guy has to go into certain slots in a certain way. Well, I hope it's not game over, because I would have to disassemble like freaking everything in order to get this going. No way. Okay, have to remove the top again. Let's try to unscrew this. Shit, it's not cool because looks like you cannot properly insert. Maybe you can. Yes, alright. Lucky me. So it's very important to properly locate this. Wow. Yeah, so now it's not popping out that way. That was happening. It's very good to have reference reference optical pickup, otherwise I would be completely kind of out of clue what's going on here. Ta-da! Okay, let's do it again. So first this side. Now it latches properly. Now we can secure this guy. Let me try to put the spring first somehow. I need to open it. All right. Okay. Spring is back on. I don't like this spring because it seems like it's kind of pushing where not supposed to be pushing. You see, am I doing something wrong? It's crazy. Okay, now I have to install this guy. Okay. Now I just add at least one screw to keep it in place. Okay, so let's hide this again. By the way, here it's original spring. You see, it's a little bit different. Where is this? Actually, it is the same. What the heck? Maybe it's because this feel as it a little bit pushed to the side, and I don't like this. It's kind of weird. I see even a little crack here, but I don't know. Anyway, so this original spring, maybe these two springs can be in a teeny tiny bag. I'll deal with it later. Okay, let's first test springiness of the mech. Okay, where is our open? If this is even working. Okay. Okay, this is working. Take a battery, plop it on, and nothing happening. Not a blip. Let's try again. Okay, let's put the disc in. I'm not sure if it's gonna change anything, but not a sign of life. Not a single sign of life. Well, we can test more. Have an idea. Okay, looks like we have no luck and no absolutely any kind of response from this thing. So my step would be to attach external power supply, 1.5 volt for the battery. So obviously we have to observe the polarity, and polarity is positive. It goes here. Negative. It goes here. Okay, let's try to do something. Press a button. So it does react on it. It jumps slightly to 30 milliamps and goes back on, off. It's very similar to the other board that I have with the other player, that it's pretty much you press something, it jumps up a little bit and then it dies. So this is clearly the board problem. The only thing is, like, to understand what exactly is happening here would be pretty much impossible. So we have to I see no visible signs of any kind of bad corrosion or anything like this. Yeah, not at all. It's trying, but it's just like goes down right away. Okay. So that means that we are entering into the phase of much more in-depth troubleshooting of this thing, because it's I'm curious, what is that? Is it like a programming port right here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, interesting. Curious if this is actually programming. I have to see where it's on schematic what's going on here. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, I try to remove the board again and double check on the other side. Maybe there is some kind of sign. I did check, but who knows, sign of corrosion. Let me do it off camera again. Alright, I think I'm gonna wrap up on this video. So we're gonna have part 1 when we did cleanup, optical cleanup, everything cleanup, and assembling together without any significant results. So which means that we have to continue troubleshooting the board itself. So I would have to examine the board carefully, as close as possible under the whatever I have microscope, and pay attention to everything, and then I'll try to check the whole everything, every kind of voltages, and then I would have to double check all capacitors or something. Maybe I found a little bit of actually corrosion right in this area, like there is an unpopulated something, and it looks like some corrosion, but like weird, like it's far away from any capacitors. And there is something little in this area, so I have to closely examine that. So yeah, so I'm gonna do this in a separate video when I'm gonna try to troubleshoot this board. And then if it's this board is not good, like I won't be able to kind of kick it in, I would have to double check if this optical mechanism is actually working with some of my other players. I have another N420D, which is, I think board is operational, but optical pickup is gone. So I'll have to swap them and see if this optical pickup is actually working. I think it's going to be fun enough for now. This video is already pretty long. So guys, if you like this sort of repair videos, please subscribe, like the video, please comment. We'd like to hear from you, and please stay tuned for more videos. Stay safe and ciao.